going to show you how to make a pulled flower, and the first thing you need for this is some hooked wire. So I've cut the wire into 3 and I'm bending it over the back of the scissors so that they form hooks. And if you do 2 or 3 at once, you get there a lot faster. Now, a pulled flower is made using your mixture of sugar paste and pastelage, and the reason it's called a pulled flower is the fact that you actually pull it. If your fingers feel sticky, dust them with a little bit of corn flour. Roll it into a cone, flatten it, and the flattened end you actually put onto a wooden skewer. Now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it with a craft knife. Now most flowers have 5 petals, so we'll try and cut it evenly into 5. Take it off the skewer and open these out. I'm just going to dust my fingers again so that they're not going to stick. And I'm going to flatten and pull the petals. So put your index finger underneath, flatten it with your thumb, and then very gently pull it out. Flatten it and pull. And so you can then shape the petals by pinching them. Then the hooked wire, pick up one with a small hook because it's a small flower. Dip the hook into gum arabic. Now this is gum arabic and it's 3 to 1. 3 of water to 1 of the gum arabic powder. You just shake it the 2 together and you'll get a glue. As you pull the hook into the flower, hook it onto one side and then gently roll it. Just a little bit sticky here. Until it sticks to the wire. And that's what we call a pulled flower. And you can also put stamens into your little pulled flowers. Simply cut the ends of the stamens off and tuck them down inside. And you can paint a little calyx on the back with green food colour. To finish off this section of small flowers, I'm going to show you how to make a daisy. Roll a ball and then roll a cone. Now this method is what we call a Mexican hat. The reason it's called a Mexican hat is you put the cone down and you roll out the brim, so you're left with a tall conical piece and a thin brim. You can use a skewer, which is what I'm doing, or you could use a scriber, paintbrush, anything that's round. And what you want to do is to get this part as thin as possible. Don't make the cone too thick or you're not going to get the cutter down over the top of it. I've got it on some corn flour so that it doesn't stick. When you think you've got it thin enough, put it down over the top and cut. You can see how the paste pulls away from the cutter itself. Now you want to push it out of the cutter using a soft brush, and then I'm going to rest it against my finger while I indent each of the petals. You can in fact cut the petals in half if you want to and put a second layer on top. Then indent the centre, and I'm going to take away a lot of this at the back because for a daisy it's too high. There are other flowers where you want to have it long, but for a daisy it's quite shallow at the back. Just put that down for a minute. Now these are the centres which I made previously and they're now hard and dry. To get the impression on the top I used a small piece of tulle and I pulled it down over the centre, and you can see you get this little ridged effect. Pick it up and brush the back of it with a little bit of your gum arabic glue. Then very carefully pick up the daisy and thread the centre through it so that it just sits on the top. And there you've got your little daisy.